Wraggys Beers, Wines and Spirits review. Today, reviewing another day from the Adventure Beer Company Advent Calendar. Today's day 12. Let's see what's behind the door. I can't wait any longer. I need to dive in, as it were. So it's a can, for starters. Sometimes it's not easy to get in. Oh, this is new. Very new. Right, so it's Burton Town Brewery and it's Born Slippy, 4% lager. Okay, here's the artwork on the can. And Burton Town Brewery, it's a new brewery that he's doing. And I have a good evening, Shane. I have had some from this brewery before. I think there's one. Actually, Morrison's have got stock one of theirs. But yeah, Born Slippy, 4% lager. Doesn't really say anything on the can. So, straight into drinking it. So, nice to have a newbie from a new brewery for Adventure Beer. And yeah, only my second ever beer from this brewery as well. So, all good. Pour the water on the floor. So nice bit of carbonation there. Depending on how you look at the camera, it looks straw coloured or even gold coloured, depending on how you look at the camera. It's balmy at times. It's a Christmas TV guide out tomorrow. Let's hope there's some decent stuff on this Christmas. Although I want to start sitting down and watching a few Christmas films. That's what I want. Chilling out upstairs early at nights, going to bed early, chill out, put Christmas film on, and then fall asleep early as well, like I normally do. But it's a hobby, isn't it? So, hazy pour. So, hazy, a little bit of carbonation going off. Whitehead, 4%, so not too. You get a little bit of lemon on the nose, to be honest. Other than that, typical lager malt aromas. Right, let's see what it tastes like. Let's see if it's a Carling beater. There's a taste to it. Can't really get it. Taste a bit. Is it corn? So there we go. It's from Burton Town Brewery and it's Born Slippy, 4% lager. Good evening again. Back on your phone now. Very nice to have a new brewery in the mix. Different lager. It don't taste as fizzy, as carbonated as the likes of, well, the macro lagers, you know, your Carlings and all that sort of thing. The notifications just do my nutting. They really do. Yeah, you just can't win, can you? I sometimes think about doing scheduled, but StreamYard does my boat in. I may do it over the Christmas period for some stuff. Canada beer boxes all expensive. Where are you getting them from then? From Amazon or something? It's at the moment everything seems to be going up in price. Talk about a pandemic. You've got a global pandemic. Everything's going up in price. Gas is through the roof. Let's hope we don't have a cold winter because we're all going to pay for some thumping bills if we do. In some ways, we want a mild winter, and then so that the gas companies and the electric companies make as little off as they can. That's what you want. It's funny how the price of petrol dropped last year in COVID when no one was driving, and the price just shot down because the demand fell off a cliff edge. Not just here, obviously, but around the world. But yeah, it's a pity that don't happen again, isn't it? Force them bloody and prices down again. Does my boating. So, 5 days left. Welcome back. Looking forward to now the Christmas running. Picked up some new beers today. Picked up the Buxton and Omnipolo Forest Fruits Imperial Stout. Yeah, I agree, Benjamin. You know, we've got a new central heating system, so it's more efficient anyway. And not that any of us can work out how to set the timer. £8 a bottle on spirits, gone up. Yeah, it's ridiculous, isn't it? This is where, as a consumer, you don't buy. If they start ramping the prices up, you think, right, stop that. I'm not buying that. I'll go for the cheaper brand. You know, just to make them realise that they can't get away with it. You know, once companies get a drop in sales, you watch their prices come down. You only have to look at Corona, of all brands. They have had a worldwide battering because of this coronavirus and COVID, and their brand name is Mud now. So the price of Corona is absolutely rock bottom. I mean, it was never that great in the first place, um, but you imagine that, put that on any single brand, and you know, you'll force them to bring their prices down until COVID goes, and then they stop putting the price back up again. Good evening. Very well, thank you. So it's got a very different aroma on this. Not. Yeah, I'm not getting the aroma, but it's very different. Yeah, could you imagine? Yeah. Or Foster's virus. Yeah. Pity don't call it a Derby virus. Now that would be funny. But not for everybody in Derby, obviously. But bless them. Nottingham Forest again. 4-1 yesterday. Wow. Oh, we don't want that. We don't want no more lockdowns. Because businesses can't go through another lockdown. The government knows this as well. Boris knows this for sure. I tell you what, playoffs are certainly looking viable now. More viable. We haven't looked with one loss in 15. That's good. You know, we've had a fair few draws, mind you. But we were below Derby at one stage, and then Derby obviously got the walloping. But we were bottom of the table, and now, wow, yeah, we don't want that. We really don't. The country can't afford it. Yeah. Well, they had their Nightingale hospitals, didn't they? I mean, are they still a thing? Are they still going? They spent all that money doing them. You've got the ability. You had the ability. No, pubs won't go. In the first, you certainly don't need lockdowns. No. We don't want none of that. Crazy, isn't it? And then we gave a load of ventilators to abroad, to India. Sent a load of that sort of stuff over to India to help them out when they were. I don't know if I believe everything I hear on the news. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Spent mega millions and shut them down. Balmy, innit? Balmy. I don't mind the taste of this lager, but the aroma, there's something on the aroma I'm not getting. And I thought it was lemon to start off with, but it's not now. And yeah, it's different. Yeah. No, I don't think they will. I was on. We've been on buses. I mean, Like when we've gone shopping today, loads of people where we wore a mask. We did as we're told. Loads of people not wearing masks. My wife, she's because of her asthma and that, she's exempt. She's got one of them green, um, doodahs, whatever they are, lanyards. And she got some abuse off somebody the other day. He's lucky as well because I don't trust politicians. They're all in it for money. Yeah, my wife was in Tesco's the other day, little Tesco's, and I was round the corner, and this bloke, quite aggressively to her, said, "Face mask now compulsory in here," and uh, and I was just round the corner, so if I heard him say it, there might have been a reaction from me. 60 billion quid, 60 billion quid profit. Not surprised. Not surprised. Let's hope they give some of that money back to the governments around the world for all the money that they put into um, the money that was thrown at them to actually do all the research. I mean that money should have been on the if you break the vaccine, if you do it, then we want some of your profits back to put it back into our kitties, because that to me is only fair. If someone's giving you such and such a money to research something, balmy, it is balmy. I wish someone would give me 60 billion to brew the next mega imperial stout. Eh? It'd be a task. No, no. Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? The viewpoints coming out. It'd be interesting in a few years. Yes, I've still got Wraggys beer. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I've got a box of 8 down there, and I've got 5 on the shelf behind me. So I've got about 13 left. Yeah, 13. That's all done. I shall keep probably 1 or 2 bottles for next year and drink it just before it goes out of date. I bet the politicians get some money out of that 60 billion. Yeah, I couldn't wear a mask for 12 hours a day. But Keir Starmer, he was the one who was in charge. Wasn't he in charge of the civil service? And he's as corrupt as bloody as Boris Johnson as well. Don't trust any of them. I didn't trust the other bloke as well, who was Labour. The bloke with the white hair, what was his name? Jeremy or whatever his bleeding name was. I didn't trust him either. He'd sell us out to the Russians, he would. Although, does it not look like Russia are going to go in on Ukraine? It's looking very dodgy in that side of the world. Yeah, it's when I keep getting this flashed up on YouTube about Russia and Ukraine, and it's like Jesus. Um, you definitely can see there's going to be some argy bargy soon. You don't put 100,000 troops next to a border and tanks and everything red for no reason. There's a reason, and whether he's doing it to get the Americans to do something, I don't know. No, no farmhouse saisons yet. No, thankfully not. So it's a different beastie. This is. I'm getting used to it, but I'm not overly fond of the aroma. I can't tell what the aroma is. Sometimes you get an aroma on beer or on lager, as this is the case, and it's not a typical lager malt aroma or anything like that. Closest thing I can remember it being close to, vaguely close to, is that CBD oil I tried once, and yeah, it's not CBD lager. don't think it is anyway. But yeah, it's got that sort of aroma, that CBD oil aroma. I don't know what they put in CBD, but it's even got that taste to it as well. It is. It really tastes like that. Yeah, that's definitely what I'm getting there. I couldn't figure out what it was. But you know when you know it's how something tastes, and you think, can't work this one out. And yeah, different. Mm. First one of both advent calendars that I can honestly say is not really my cup of tea. Um, it was okay. It tasted okay to a point, but I definitely got vibes of that CBD oil, both on the nose, certainly on the nose, and in the taste as well. Um, I don't know anything about the lager, apart from the name, it's called Born Slippy. But yeah, and it's sad really because it's my first beer from Burton Town Brewery, that from Adventure Beer as well. So yeah, um, oh yeah, so definitely not my cup of tea. Without being awful. I mean, it was okay if you're a lager drinker, but yeah, the taste and aroma were not for me. Um, yeah, definitely about a 3.6 on this one. Yeah. Yeah, win some, you lose some, don't you? Well, can't win them all, I'm afraid. And yeah, honest is king. Yeah, shame, but there you go. Right, got to run. And I'm taking a Christmas pudding up the house. From Christmas pudding start from our own bargains and seeing if that's any good, which I will be reviewing later. Not live though, but later. Should be really interesting. Is it Morrison's it was from? That one. I'm sure that's own bargains. Yeah, I'm sure that's where I got it from. But I'm going to take it up the house, get it warmed up, and hopefully it's not nasty. But we shall see. Cheers, everyone. See you later.